Is going to be fun to watch. UCLA, Kevin Box making his 5th straight start. Rutgers with the opening.
Had to come a long way just to have this battle with UCLA. I think the way that Rutgers plays, a lot of attacking.
Dan Carson with early penetration, trying to find the feet of Kinch. They try to leave it to surprise that Washington jumped on them quickly. They scored a goal within the first 10 minutes as the Bruins on the counterattack with Marty Karanich. They're well rested after a week off. Spent the past 6 days just resting and recovering, trying to get around the edge. That's played in well for Karsten, a little high, but it's going to go to UCLA. Goal kick.
But danger signs for that Bruins
combination and the overlap. Georgalides to Schneider Mimi. Sizzles one in, and it skips away from Francis Bonsu. Under for Devin Stopek. Laying it forward to Karsten, one time to Shelb, and it just skates off the head of Kitch.
Rutgers dangerous, number 10 at the back post.
Another strong throw-in, Box, high pointing it. He's been so good since he to be played in Westwood. A lot would have to happen for them to change that. Konstantinos Georgalides giving it a run, and it takes a deflection and bounces this game. Second corner kick for the Bruins. A little bit short off the head of Sergi Salons Ormo. And they'll get a chance to do it again. He was flashing to the middle.
A rolling ball like that, but ref's whistle calls it dead.
The speed, Sergi Solons Ormo, the ball spills out, and it's finally cleared and swept off the line by the freshman Montgomery. You talked about Bonsu, his presence alone kind of cleared the way for Serge. 14 minutes. Marty Karena serves it in a little high, and it skips off the side. In a highly anticipated and a hotly contested matchup deep in the regular. Can they continue to find cracks in the defense? Wright serves one in off the chest of Solons Ormo. And again, there's felt like this team should have come away with that. Beautiful setup up ahead. Solons Ormo's outside and sprinting off the line. There's Dalton again, his second significant save in the first half.
That is the exact type of ball that Sergi Salons.
Not going to get it. Aguilar with the chip. Recycled back into the far post, and it just headed off for Rutgers.
He's done a great job, Bayless, stepping in, but I think it speaks to the tactics that UCLA runs defensively.
Look at the step over from Nixon. Tried to carve it out. Ready in the first half for UCLA, just one for Rutgers. Schneider Mimi, oh boy, look at the inside out. Mimi, beautiful send across. Still up in the air, not cleared. Bonsu with a high leg shot. That shot's turned away, but Marty Karena tried to give it a second effort, and the wall holds up for Rutgers.
Unfortunately for the Bruins, I think it was Francis Bonsu that ends up deflecting one of these few shots.
A direct instruction. Shelb, boy, that's coming in hot. And off the volley out of the air, there's Crothers. He's a one-man tinderbox, but got wide. Got it, Stopek. Free ball off the skyscraper. There's Kitch battling to create some space to get to that right foot. Got in with the left, and that's blocked inside the box by Karamanchi.
Who else?
A little bit of fight or flight mode defensively for the Bruins. A great sign for Rutgers, being able to get a couple quality services in. And you mentioned the first 20 minutes, Kitch wasn't that involved. Now he's starting to assert himself right in the middle.
This is where it's really dangerous. Rutgers can fire off a shot at any moment. Clear. Was he at his side as we see the referee starting to motion to the inside or outside? Let's see.
Offensively, you can see he's marking Andrew Kitch, just a 2-inch differential between those two. Got in the lefty, zips one in low, it's still in the box, not fully cleared. Off the rebound, there was DePonzio, had his shot blocked, trying to flick it back to the left foot, and Stopek, a side spinner, scrapes off the ground and deflected off the Bruins for another corner.
Bruins have a clear angle on it.
Better service, it finds the head of Kitch. Was so close to that top shelf and somehow just pushed it wide.
Clashing natures of these teams. Rutgers saw Bruins backline the highest up of all and tried to play a ball in.
Blistering speed from Nafe. Solons Ormo getting to the right foot. Solons Ormo, a supernova, unlocks the lid, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Bruins. The legend of the Spaniard continues to grow here in Westwood.
I know he leads the Bruins in goals, but with that strike, with that step over, you can say that Sergei has truly arrived. That is the goal that he has been trying to score with every through ball. You can just see that grin that he doesn't love to show too much. You can see all those teeth this time. He's happy with himself. Perfectly executed counterattack. No fear from him, a great run forward. Watch the step over. One and lightning fast release. Top right corner. You don't hit them better than that. You don't juke them better than that. They don't come much better than number 9 on UCLA.
5th goal of the season for Solons Ormo. Philip Nafe with his 4th assist, and you have to give credit to Philip Nafe. He was a one-man fast break, pushing it with pace, and now again, Solons Ormo, you could see he took a peek up. Instead, plays it out wide. There's Nafe again. Dangerous inside out. Nafe swings it through. Brought down by Roach. Roach gives it a go! Oh my! Olay! Ali! A Bruins blitz, and it's 2-0. As the fans in Westwood have turned into a frenzy.
When you've got a striker like Sergei Salons up top that scores and makes it look so fun, it just inspires the rest of that attacking line to go and score. I thought it would be Philip Nafe to take this one. He did another fantastic run, darting to the top right corner of the box. Salons with that beautiful finish going back, and Roaches is not far off. Nafe having his way with the defender, all types of confidence, and talk about confidence to let it fly without even taking a
leapfrogs over DePonzio. They always talk about as that's going to take a deflection and skip.
In your stars on the attacking line, not going for the keeper.
And that'll do it for the first half. Boy, it's good to be home. That's how the Bruins feel.
Is nothing.
They had a lot of success finding the feet of Andrew Kitch. Do you expect them to try to target him in the same way?
Have been good in their set pieces, so save the balls in the air for when it's right.
Oh, that's beautifully brought down by Kitch, who we just talked about. He puts it on frame, and Box smothers it up. And it goes to show you, again, talking to Coach McKeldry yesterday, asking, both teams now level with 5 corners, first of this second half for Rutgers 8 minutes in. In-swinger near post, skates away, Oliver Roach there. Brought down, DePonzio gives it a rip, and DePonzio scores! The first goal of the season for the junior out of Oakland, New Jersey. And in a flash, Rutgers back in this contest.
Scarlet Knights have been the most dangerous tonight, off script, and this certainly comes out of nowhere. A great job flicking it up. The clearance isn't good enough for the Bruins. They don't get their lines up and out. And with all of the bodies in the box, this one just sneaks through. That's what Rutgers was looking for, to catch UCLA when they're not tactically whole. They don't miss their opportunity.
In the 50, former player in the New York City Football Club Academy and their MLS Next 2 level. Jerome flutters it forward. Try to recycle it back in with Stopek. Lynch being shaded by right, able to get the angle, whips it in again, and it finds the back of the net. And I believe it's Nick Collins who got his head on it in the nick of time. And just like the Bruins scored within a minute The Rutgers Scarlet Knights do the exact same. We're level at 2 in the 55th. Third goal of the season for the junior out of Mount Olive, New Jersey. And the defensive back comes in for an heroic offensive play in the second half.
He'd been frustrated all game long. The Rutgers offense hadn't been flowing. And there's the get back, rising way above all of the Bruins' heads. We said they needed to wait and use their crosses wisely. That time they whip it in, they catch the Bruins flat-footed, and Collins soars above them all.
This is the first time this year at home that UCLA has allowed an opponent to score twice. It's a game of firsts. Certainly a lot of history on the side of UCLA. Coming into this matchup, the Bruins have been undefeated in their last 9 matches against the Rutgers. They've won the last 5 meetings between the two sides. It's the 12th overall contest for a series dating back to 1989. But such impressive resolve and resilience from Rutgers on the road. They celebrated the 1985 national championship team. This place was going crazy as Nate swings it in. Salons Ormo. So long. Farewell. Bruins retake the lead, and it's a brace for the Spaniard. Just when you think you've seen it all, Salons Ormo shot out of a cannon, and there's Philip Naif again, the agent of chaos in the second half.
Naif with a hat trick of goal-scoring setups. That's worth its weight in baby blue and gold. Comes out of nowhere with rocket speed, and with all that space, the striker from Spain was never gonna miss. Takes a touch around the keeper and tells the crowd, calma.
I was about to ask you, how does UCLA respond staring at a tie game that you bring up? He has been a thorn in the side as the Bruins flying numbers again. Naif again, finding Salons Ormo, and Salons Ormo missed wide of the side netting. Boy, it's been an avalanche from those two. Absolutely fatal connection. And Salons Ormo just can't keep it inside the back stick.
Naif has so much space on this right side, but no way he's passing it anywhere else than that man who is on a hat trick now. And SSO went for the RKO there. If he would have put that near post, he's got room to send it wide. That's where the keeper's expecting it, but if he sends that near post, that is the ultimate disservice, disrespect to an opposing goalkeeper. That would have been the nail in the coffin.
Naif wins it back again. Boy, they've got all this momentum. Marty Carrena, the give. Roach with the left foot, and it snuck in. Will this count? Will this count? It will! A hat trick for the Spaniard. Trace is best. 4-2, UCLA. You think this team is frustrated they haven't scored goals? On a misty night, a deluge from the Bruins side. Now they're going to look at it. So for the time, the ruling on the field was a goal, which would be a hat trick for Sergi Salons Ormo. There's a chance it could come back as they are taking a look at the VAR, but again, what's important is that on the field, the ruling was that he was onside.
Let's have a look. It all starts, oh my goodness. He is on one tonight, Philip Naif. The nutmeg back heel flick to start it off. Look at this touch from Roach. great job. That ball is behind him. A fantastic job swinging his body to the side to keep it. Let's take a look at when this ball is released. Oh, it's close. I think the last defender to look at is the one that's guarding Roach, not actually the one that's following Sergey there. On that far side, it looks like he's ahead of the defender when that ball is released.
And I think I agree with you. It looked like maybe he's a step offsides here. You could see Stopek defending. He's already in front of Nick Collins. Again, the question is there enough evidence to overturn the call on the field? They wanted to let the play continue on.
Great look right here, and if this does get overturned, I'm not going to be the one to go and tell Sergey. He is way too hyped up right now, but had a cheeky smile on his face that made me think he had an idea. This one could come back.
Either way, an incredible buildup. Question is, will it stand? And certainly the Rutgers coaching staff looking at it thinking it's an obvious overturn. But Ian Anderson, that's why he gets paid the big bucks, to look at the VAR and to check this out. And I have a feeling that this will be overturned, as now Coach Jordan has taken a look. But the fact that they're looking so long, it's unclear.
Joe, I've never seen this where the ref is like showing it for the players to come and look on his little screen. I thought that was reserved for him.
Kitch is pleading. Coach McKeldry, an incredulous look. He just put his hands over his head, and the goal stands. It's a hat trick for Sergey, the third of his career. It's confirmed, and what's also confirmed is a 4-2 UCLA lead. The outpouring of support, Indiana lost to Maryland as Nixon can't keep it.
Might have finally found that 11 that clicks.
That's a good shot on frame, pushed aside. Box with a great save. Had to be alert, as always so positive. And I asked him, how do you stay positive when your team is struggling on the road? There's Nafe, the spin, Salons, Ormo, Roach gives it a go. Oh yeah! Roach does it again. A brace for the junior, and the Dane dynastic in the 67th. The walls are caving in on Rutgers here inside Wally. A 5-2 lead for the home side.
I know he scored 3 goals today, but that might be the best play of the day from Sergey Salons. This ball could have dropped out of a helicopter and the control would have been just as good. Great composure to, as he's going to the ground, stick out that weaker right foot and get it to his partner in crime. Roach, full swing.
And it's also the unselfishness of Solon's Ormo, as that's free ball moment.
Match Sergey step for step tonight.
And it goes back to something that I hadn't had a chance to finish the thought of, which was, as that skates in, pushed aside again. And boy, Rutgers nearly with a response, but Coach Jordan said, I asked him, how do you stay positive amidst these? Another punch in them offensively. We've shown, or we've seen,
that you've got 2 players with multiple goals.
Oh, look at that hold-up play. Roach feeds it out wide. Nafe inside out. Nafe gives it a go, and a screamer. Perhaps on some level, he's thinking, I should be starting. This certainly is giving Coach Jordan something additional to think about. Nice little inside out. That's chipped to the back post.
He's making sure Kevin Box's jersey stays that fresh color of blue. That shot was certainly heavy.
That one's a powerfully struck ball on the ground by Usman. At Takoradi, it was going to be a challenge. That's whipped in to the back net, recycled back, and was a part of that. 4 assists as well, as that is just a little. Well, on senior night, the Bruins stay spotless on a scintillating performance from their top scorers. A 5-2 dominant second half performance to take down the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and stay unbeaten here at Wallace-Annenberg Stadium. Graham, we just saw Sergei Salons